What's up, guys? This them Thursday, guys. Golf and Gambling Podcast. I am your host, Slammin Sammy. We've got a tournament this weekend, the Wells Fargo Championship. Before I get into that and those picks, just wanted to wrap up the Mexico Open. The winner of that event was Jon Rahm. He was coming in most books around 4 to 5 to 1. He was a heavy favorite, and he ended up closing the deal, one-shot victory. So he did have some guys, nipping at his heels a little bit, but at the end of the day, he did win by one shot. He was a huge betting favorite, so that marks 2-3 weeks in a row where one of the big betting favorites won the golf tournament. As far as my finishers go, my best finisher was Cam Champ at 55 to 1, and he finished tied 6th. So, unfortunately, those big-time favorites are getting it done. We hate to see that in regular tour events. We understand it in the majors, but for regular tour events, we'd like to see some more value, some 30 to 1 to 60 to 1 guys. Get the dub and get it done. So, hopefully that'll be the case this week, but let's get right into the Wells Fargo Championship. Normally every year this tournament is held in Charlotte. It's moved this year to the D.C. area because they're doing the President's Cup in Charlotte at the course that normally holds the Wells Fargo. So as far as course history goes, there's not a lot of it. They did play the Quicken Loans here in 2017 and 2018. The winners of those events were Kyle Stanley, and then in 18, Francesco Molinari won by 8 shots. Like I said, it's in the D.C. area. It's TPC Potomac, which is actually in Maryland, I believe. And TPC Potomac, it's not a long golf course. It's just over 7,100 yards, and it's a par 70. So we see a lot of par 71s, a lot of par 72s, but not a lot of par 70s. So that's a little side note, a little golf course history. Should be interesting. The field is not as strong as maybe we'd like it to be. Not a lot of the top players here, but there are some big names, which I'll get into. So let's get right into the picks for the Wells Fargo 2022. Like I said, the location's different than most other years, but there is a little bit of course history. I picked 8 golfers this week. We got some long shots, we got some mid-tier, and we got some favorites like always. So let's get right into the long shots. Beau Hossler, 125 to 1. I've picked this guy in the past. He played great at Pebble Beach. He also played great at the Valero Texas Open. He had a chance to get his first win at both of those tournaments. I got to stick with him. If he starts missing some cuts or he falls off, then we leave him behind. But the way he's been playing at 125 to 1, we got to stick with him. Next guy, 100 to 1, is Kirk Kitiyama. This guy also has 2 very good finishes, including last week at the Mexico Open. Had a chance to win that golf tournament. He also had a chance to win the Honda earlier this year. So Kirk Kitiyama, coming off the Euro Tour and the smaller tours, has had a really good start to his PGA Tour career, and I'd look for him to be in contention again this week at 100 to 1, good value. The next guy is also 100 to 1. I mentioned him earlier, Francesco Molinari. This guy won by 8 shots at this golf course. That's enough for me to pick him. You go to a course and you beat the field by 8 shots, you clearly like the place. You like the track. So at 100 to 1, Francesco Molinari, definitely value. Now we're dropping into the mid-tier kind of guys. Sepp Straka, 55 to 1. This is no value like the Honda where he won at 150 to 1, but at 55 to 1, there's still value in Sepp. After that victory, he's been playing really good. He had a chance to win the RBC Heritage, some other top finishes. So he's been nipping at the heels for a second win right after that first win. So I like Sepp at 55 to 1. He's been playing really well. The next guy I got, and I normally don't like a guy who hasn't won on tour at this number, but Cameron Young at 40 to 1. Cameron Young at 40 to 1. He's had multiple chances to win as well. We know the guy can go low. He shot that 63 out of the gates at RBC. I believe finished second at RBC. Had a chance to win there. He also had a chance to win at Riviera earlier this year. So another guy that's been there, second place finishes, third place finishes, been right there at more than one event. Arguably could be Rookie of the Year this year. If he gets a win, he definitely should be Rookie of the Year. So even though he doesn't have any wins, 40 to 1, Cameron Young, he's right there every week. Next guy. This guy's been playing so good. Surprised he hasn't won this year. Gary Woodland, 33 to 1. Gary Woodland's just playing so consistent. A lot of top finishes. 33 to 1. He can hang with the big dogs. Played well last week in Mexico. Just top 10s, top 20s all this year. Next guy, 22 to 1, Tony Fenow. Tony Fenow had a great week last week. Once again, he can hang with the big dogs. At 22 to 1, there's a little bit of value in Tony Fenow. Last guy is the favorite of the golf tournament, Rory Mcilroy, 7 to 1. Had to pick him. I can't overlook him. What the favorites have been doing these past couple weeks, they've been getting it done. Rory's been playing really well. The way he closed the Masters, played really well in Europe in some tournaments over there. He is head and shoulders above the next guy in this golf tournament. Kind of like last week in Rome with the field. Same sort of feel with Rory. The odds state it. He is head and shoulders better than the rest of the field. So I had to pick him. I know there's not a lot of value, but, sprinkle a little bit more money on Rory and, put $1, $2, however you do it on these other guys and, try to come out with a winning week. So there's 8 picks. There's 8 good picks. Let's cash them tickets this week. Stay tuned. Stay live. Let's go. Thanks for tuning in. Thursday, guys, out.